Heroes are back, having successfully fled from both zombie and badger. They delve deeper into the darkness. A single hireling with a torch, their only light.
I want to play that guy when Mortrick dies tonight.
I would be moving hireling along with us, but I can't move him.
That's fine. I'm keeping track of him.
All right. All right. We're gonna keep on proceeding.
Yeah.
Locking doors behind us as we go.
Yep.
So I'm gonna keep on walking.
Many of these doors do not have locks.
Okay. We're just like closing them firmly.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with this little
There's
like,
a secret door there that was already discovered and marked by your party.
Okay. So this would lead us to like
But the zombies do not open that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Okay.
But
Right, so
does Kaz remember that? Because he spent so long at the mountain, maybe he forgot what the
it is a distant memory. It's all coming back though.
So he should try to open the door.
He tells me, yeah.
Runa heavy lifting the party says, "No, don't. No, stop."
Wait, let Mortrick open the door.
How you guys ping like that?
You hold left click
Hold
down.
right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna open up this door.
Okay. It slides open. Inside, scattered along the floor, is a array of weaponry. Short swords, daggers, looks like some weird poison vials. Plenty of papers that have been thrown about. Some of them are inked, some are not.
I pick up a short sword.
Yep, you pick up a short sword.
Okay,
I just want to ask real quick, with what arms are you picking the short sword up?
I put down Rik-Jaxx real quick. I put the sword in my sheath, and then I pick the man back up.
All right. It fits awkwardly, but it's in there.
You could probably have the hireling carry at least Rik-Jaxx.
Can I edit that? Can I drop Mortrick, pick up the short sword, and then pick Mortrick back up?
Okay, yes.
Yes, cool.
The hireling like rushes over when you drop Mortrick and is like, do you require me to carry the young man? I may not look it, but I was spry in my day.
I give him Rik-Jaxx.
Okay, all right. Well, he's kind of light, but he's got a lot of pointy objects. I'll just cradle him like a baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the poison vials and I'm gonna read, like, take a skim through the parchments.
All right. Make sure to mark down on your character sheet. You have 2 poison vials, green liquid.
Okay.
The parchment in here is written in a collaboration of common and halfling. The stuff that's in common is a lot of complaining. It looks like they're diary entries by a very disgruntled employee, talking about how much they hate their boss, how much they hate their boss's boss, who seems to be some sort of old druid witch. They don't get paid enough. They keep setting up these ambushes for these fucking adventurers. Keep showing up. They're like right about to open the door and then they go away, and then their boss is like, no, I'll go deal with it myself. They never get to fight anybody. All of their friends died fighting the adventurers. And then they're like in the middle of writing something down, and then there's like a squish line where they threw a pen across the room.
Looks like they were gonna have more company, Runa.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna check this top door.
All right. It is a closet.
Okay, what's in the closet?
Inside the closet is several sets of clothing. Probably about 10. They're all of various sizes between halfling, gnome, and human.
Okay, nothing particularly valuable, I guess. Unless we need any more bandages for Mortrick.
Why me?
Well, we were trying to bandage you earlier, and you know people were ripping up your clothing to put bandages on you. So,
Runa, as you get closer to the southern wall, there are peepholes subtly carved into it that look like imperfections.
okay,
You're muted.
I'm gonna walk up to it and peep through the peephole.
I'm gonna peep through the peephole.
Okay, you both peep through the peephole. On the other side, there's like a waiting area. There's no one there. But this definitely seems like people who are on the other side could wait and lay an ambush.
Mm-hmm. Through the peepholes.
Yep.
Okay. These are doors in front of us, though, right?
Yes, they are the revolving type doors.
Okay, I'm going to open up the right door.
All right. In there is a stockpile of food. There's shelving with... I mean, they're not great spices. You know, there's a lot of garlic and onions, a little bit of salt, but a lot of hardtack bread, some meat, a fuck ton of vegetables.
All right.
A lot of apples, too.
Yeah. I guess we're topped up on rations, so I'm going to proceed forward. Going to open up this door.
All right. You swing it open. You see even farther down that there's another passage.
Okay, gonna walk over here.
There is a door at the end of the hallway. So the carvings have kind of subsided now that you've entered these new rooms, but now that you're in this particular area, the carvings are back. There's a carving of a regal dwarven lord. Maybe it might be the one at the top of the watchtower area. It's hard to tell because the watchtower has faded a bit with time. This whole hallway seems to be glorifying their court. You see many nobles, what appear to be depictions of like large bales of either hay or maybe silks of some kind. Spice trade for sure. You're seeing like depictions of cinnamon, onion. I guess this hallway is supposed to represent incredible wealth.
Mm-hmm. So I stroll down the hallway and I'm rubbing my hands against the carvings, just sort of like appreciating them as I walk by.
I'm going to use Merge with Stone, which is basically Pass Without a Trace for Ganassi.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means we get a +10 to our stealth checks.
Okay.
The stone itself reshapes its around your feet. Your footsteps have been greatly lessened. The way your fire casts shadows, somehow with a trick of the light, you basically like meld into the stone itself. It's very unsettling.
Okay.
This door is not like any of the other doors. Even through time and someone trying to rip it off, someone has like taken a knife and has slowly been removing the gilding on this door. But it is a solid bronze door that clearly had gold leaf all plating it for some time. It bears the dwarven rune for royalty on it.
Jackpot.
My interest is piqued. Runa, I think we're up to something good here. I'm gonna slowly open up the door, keeping in mind that we're moving stealthily.
This room is completely covered in dust. Nothing has cleaned it in some time. What's interesting is you can see footprints through the dust, but more importantly, there are places all over the room where there are clean patches. At first, it doesn't become clear to you until you realize that this is where the rugs were taken from.
Okay.
There is a fine throne at the southern end looking over this hall. It is on like a raised dais, but again, there are nice scratches all over it. Someone has already flecked off all of the gold that's on it, leaving behind the bronze. The chair is still fine, but heavy and solid and bolted to the ground. There is, however, a ladder made of extremely strong steel, durable and lasting perhaps for thousands of years, that leads straight up through the mountain.
Okay.
You catch the scent of fresh air. coming from it.
Exciting. Okay, I'm gonna check out this door.
All right.
I'm gonna close the door behind us. Or behind me. The one we came in.
Yep. As you push the door open, you see a corridor.
Okay. Runa, I'm gonna check out this corridor real quick. I'm curious. I know. I think up ahead is, it's fresh air.
I'm gonna put Mortrick and Rik-Jaxx down and check this area here.
All right. That is where the throne is. There's little left in here. Everything seems to have been looted given the clean patches and the dust disturbances. But you do notice in that southwestern corner the ladder. Kazador, as you're looking at the hallway, there are dwarven warnings explaining what to do in case of an emergency. It explains that this tunnel is a emergency exit or a aggressor egress. So like a surprise tunnel to jump out and attack invaders from behind.
Okay.
As you continue to go down it, it's explaining all the protocols, like how to open the door, how to reset all of the traps, what to do with the gelatinous cube. The tunnel continues very far into the darkness, far farther than your dark vision can see.
Damn, that's pretty far.
Wow. Yeah.
That's at the beginning almost.
Okay. So how do it says how to reactivate traps?
Yes.
Okay.
The gelatinous cube. That's twice that's been mentioned.
Yeah. What gelatinous cube?
Good. They're not good for us.
Do you know what a gelatinous cube is?
No.
Excellent.
Is that the end? That's the end of that conversation?
Yeah, it's the end of the conversation. Yep. You can roll Arcana if you want to see if Kazador knows what a gelatinous cube is.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, excellent. You don't know very much about gelatinous cubes. What you do know is that they are a thing of legend that many an adventurer fears. They're nearly invisible to the human eye or even the dwarven eye. They're just enormous 10 by 10 by 10 cubes made of acid. They go around cleaning areas by rolling through it. People will commonly walk into them not realizing what's happening, and their body will dissolve in the acid of the cube. Once sucked inside, it's nearly impossible to get out. Occasionally, you'll be able to detect cubes by the human skeletons floating in them as the skeleton begins to approach you.
So be careful.
Yeah. Well,
You know, the last thing you know is that sometimes crazy-ass wizards use them as, like, cleaning services. They'll intentionally release gelatinous cubes into areas to clean it all, like clean up all of the blood after a battle, all the bodies, then like scoop it back into a cage.
So that's what they were doing before.
That's all you know about gelatinous cubes. But yeah,
Right.
You have heard a couple times here that there's a gelatinous cube in the area.
Okay. Well, gonna leave that alone and head back to this.
Okay, there's that ladder.
Head up the ladder.
All right, this ladder is like Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater level. You're gonna have to go through a 5-minute cutscene crawling up this ladder because the ladder does go up to the statue at the top. It's exactly like climbing up the side of the mountain, how you guys all wanted to do with your climbing kits, but with a ladder.
Okay.
All right, so
It's
you're
like,
crawling up, and you feel the spirit of the mountain all around you the whole way you go up. It's almost like there's this weird music playing. You reach the top, and you open the stone door, sliding it ever so slowly because it hasn't been opened in some time, and you're standing in the palm of this dwarven high prince who reached the surface. You're just looking out over Apple Valley and in every direction, and you're like, "Oh shit! You can see the ocean from here to the north. That's like 3 days travel."
Runa, it's beautiful up here. I'm shouting down, but I guess it's he's not going to come because
I mean, it echoes that far.
yeah,
Straight up tunnel.
yeah. And I look around and see, is there a way down from this hand? Like how?
There is not.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
There's a little bench that you wouldn't have been able to notice from a bottom angle, like for someone to just like sit and watch. And in the center of the hand, there's a like a large bowl, you know, like a fire bowl on the Great Tower or the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, yeah. And okay, is there anything to light inside there?
No.
Okay, there's just a basin. Okay, I'm gonna look around just to see if there's anything like that sticks out as of interest that might like.
There are like tiny areas here that have specifically been designed so that you can stick a grappling hook on it and then like descend down the tower from it. But then you still got to go down the side of the mountain, of course.
Yeah, and yeah, that seems a little dangerous considering how wounded we are.
Yep.
Okay, and when I say also I want to look around, I want to look around into the landscape. Is there anything like sort of that sticks out to, you know, that like might be of interest as locations of interest?
You're asking me if you can do Assassin's Creed Eagle Eye around the area?
Sure.
You go ahead and make a perception check. 21. All right. So you notice north of Apple Valley, in the northern pass, there is a blockade being set up. There are 3 men who are like chopping down trees and setting up logs to keep people from going in or out. They, even at this distance, it's easy to make out they're wearing the same uniform that the Duragar had on.
Oof.
Okay. Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. And how did we come into Apple Valley? From the south? From the south? Okay.
Towards that last time where you killed all those goblins and negotiated with the goblin elk prince.
That was a great time.
Well, it was a time. There was the rock that looked like a penis.
Kaz isn't bothered by that kind of thing. All right. He goes back down the ladder, explains to Runa what he saw. And then, all right, Runa, what do you think? We're gonna have to go take the escape route, I guess.
The hireling just goes, "What am I? Chop pudding?"
You want to go up, crawl up there and see?
No, but I feel like maybe you could consult me here. I'm pretty loyal.
What do you want to do? Well, you've seen the escape route and you've seen the ladder. We can grapple down with 2 injured men.
That's not going to work. Look, we need to use this emergency egress area you were talking about earlier, and here, right. Why don't you try some of this? And he like holds out a bit of like beef jerky. You have no idea where it came from.
I'm gonna say I'm not hungry right now. Thanks. I had some delicious fish from when you guys cooked it about an hour ago.
Hard pass.
Really?
I'll take
good. All right. Yeah, it tastes pretty salty, but it's good. And he pulls some out and eats it as well. And he's just like, "Yeah, I took it from that food store back there that you passed up. There's some good stuff in there. Got about a pound of salt out of it."
Look at it. Does it taste good?
Yeah, it tastes great.
Okay.
I mean, you know, as much as beef jerky could, right? I mean, it's not like perfect.
I keep eating it.
Yeah, it's not like the modern jerky that you get in those packages where it's like soft and, you know, like basically like meat candy.
Yeah, it's definitely not that.
Yeah. Like real jerky is like flaky and kind of tasteless. Anyway.
I mean, I feel like that might not correctly describe real jerky.
I've had venison.
Look, I'm never going to tell you that all jerky is great and tastes good, but not all jerky.
Here in the real America, we can make some good jerky.
I'm sure. I mean, okay. I'm just saying the jerky I've had has been kind of like, yeah, barely passes as food.
Sounds good, Kaz. Lead the way.
All right. So I'm gonna keep moving.
Okay.
Let me know if there's something that I should be looking out for.
Long story short, I mean, if you follow all the instructions that are labeled on the wall, you find yourselves coming down the right tunnel.
Okay.
You're back in the Duragar's office.
All right.
You pop out a secret wall, Surprisingly well hidden. If the rugs had still been there, it wouldn't have been able to open because the rugs were all nailed up on the wall. But yeah,
Okay.
you can hear the hirelings, and as you approach Kazador, they're like nailing boards up to a like a triangle. They're wedging the door so that the zombies can't get out.
Where are they? Are they in the top room, or are they in the room?
They're right here. They're right in front of this door, and they're wedging it. And the second group is over here wedging this door. When you show up, all of them begin shrieking hysterically. They're like, ah! Ah! Ah!
You were barring us in? What if we wanted to escape?
The leader was just like, look, if you had come to us, we would have said something. But it's been almost 2 hours. You haven't come back.
Has it been 2 hours?
No.
So is Mortrick back?
It's been like 5 minutes. This thing is hastily constructed. It looks like garbage. They've just like, the nails aren't even fully through. These guys are in full panic mode. It's like, okay, look, here's the deal. If those zombies get out, they could go anywhere in Apple Valley. We gotta close this whole place down, smoke them out. No, wait, that won't work. We gotta close this whole place down.
Well, we could do the giant cube, gelatinous cube.
There's a gelatinous cube in there? When you say that, they start hammering faster.
Somewhere, I don't know where, but there was a.
You are not improving morale. Morale is fading rapidly. Panic is beginning to set in even more.
Look, I mean, it's just a bunch of zombies. I think we could take them.
Do you have a cleric? Holy magic?
No.
A party member with more than 1 HP?
Yeah, they have made a judgment call that you are not capable of fighting 3 zombies or whatever else might be in here, or a gelatinous cube, and they are locking the facility down.
All right, I help them. I'm give them some of my dwarven know-how of how to successfully.
Everything they're doing is wrong. It's the dumb. Humans are so dumb.
All right, guys, let me just do this. Take it over.
All right, make a proficiency test with your wisdom and your proficiency for your artisanal masonry skills.
Is there any quick way to do that, or what should I roll for
D20
that?
plus the numbers. Your proficiency should be 2, and your wisdom is whatever your modifier is. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. It's gonna be a flat 1. The zombies break through immediately. You look around. Slash roll.
The old Mortrick special.
Wow. All right, 17. Yeah, you get slathering some cement in there. You lock down these doors. They keep trying to hammer nails into the stone walls, and you're just like, no, we got to build these supports better. And you lock these doors down. They're not going to open without significant effort.
All right, and we're gonna leave the side door open, the right door.
No, they're not down with that. They're like, no, we gotta lock everything down.
Everything sounds good to me.
All right. Well,
All right.
So we've killed the druid, and that's been the main thing here, right?
I thought the main thing was to get you back.
No, I thought we were also here to kill the druid to save the town.
Do you feel like you've Do you feel like you've saved the town with these zombies now bottled up in here?
Look, I mean, the druid that was creating the zombies is dead, so this is a pretty good situation, I think.
All right, so with your last remaining amount of money for these hirelings, they are going to set up a massive pit trap outside the front door so that if these zombies ever escape, they will just fall in the pit and then be stuck in there forever.
Fell into the pit.
Yes, they're the Chris Pratt of zombies. They're going to show up for Avengers and they're gonna be suddenly super swollen buff, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit, is that Chris Pratt? Did he put on 30 pounds of muscle?" All the
Nope,
zombies
just a
are gonna be
zombie.
super swole.
All right, and they're also going to carry our carpets.
All the carpets have been loaded onto the wagon.
Okay, great.
So your faithful horse, whose name is Winston? Winslow the horse. I mean, these carpets weigh a fuck ton. The old guys are riding in the cart. The unconscious people are riding in the cart. Winslow is he is dragging you guys several hundred feet back to town.
All right, I'll also push the cart.
Okay, you help push the cart.
I'm gonna take the old guys off the cart, put the downed people on the cart.
No, the
and-
down people are on the cart with the
Okay,
old guys.
Then I'll just help push too.
All right, the two of you help push. Winslow looks appreciative, and the old guy feeded a nice juicy apple, again stolen from that reserve of food.
All right, good job, Hal. I give Hal an extra silver piece.
All right, yeah, Hal feels like he's earned his keep, and of course he's gonna sell that bag of salt. That's 5 coppers right there.
Yeah, you go for it, Hal.
All right, so you guys make it back to town, and in a few hours of recuperation at the Broken Thorn, you find yourselves all waking up. It's warm. You have blankets over you. The inn is full of townspeople who are celebrating. All of you. One particularly notable gentleman comes over to speak with Mortrick, and it's just like, ha 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 ha. Nice job, sir. Nice job. I knew that you could do it. He's got a strong chin, very trustworthy face, blue eyes, blonde hair, super wavy. Kind of looks like he could be an actor.
Do I recognize him?
You might have seen him around town. Almost certainly you've seen him around town before, but he's always been busy talking to other people.
Okay.
I noticed you have a number of fine rugs.
Oh, we do. We've recovered these rugs, I mean, almost entirely on my own. Are you perhaps a rug salesman?
I am not a rug salesman, however.
Would you be interested
I
in
recently,
some of these fine rugs?
over the last year, I've been hanging around town and looking to build my own home. Start a family.
Apple Valley seems like a wonderful place to start a family.
You know,
With
you
the
say
things
that.
I've seen.
You say that, and I sense some sarcasm, but now that you've ended the threat of that druid, I really feel like...
And let it be known that I delivered that killing blow. It was, you know what? Let's not focus on
Make
that.
an insight check real quick.
Inside.
I'm going to say the property values around Apple Valley going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
Just as good as all my other
This
rolls.
person, super trustworthy. Absolutely.
Can I roll an insight on him?
Are you, let me ask you
I'm
a question.
assuming I'm with the group.
You could be with the group. It is a little busy in here. Did you spend your time next to a recovering Mortrick? Because this is happening like the moment Mortrick shows any signs of consciousness.
Is Rik-Jaxx right next to him?
Is Rik-Jaxx right next to him? You're the one in charge of putting dead people.
I
in place.
probably put them right next to each other.
Then
but
they
I'm
are
more
both there.
towards Rik-Jaxx.
Yeah, make an insight check.
Sure.
$19. No one in your party has mentioned that there was a druid yet. And yet this guy just brought up that you defeated a druid.
How did you know that we destroyed a druid? We haven't told
Oh,
anyone.
what? I heard from one of the hirelings,
Runa,
of course.
please, I'm trying to move some rugs. All right,
Yeah,
we
the
can talk
rugs.
about
Let's
that later.
concentrate on the rug business. I'm
So-
willing to offer you 80
got
gold
these rugs.
pieces for these rugs. I
I'm
feel
going
like I
to
could.
stand up and like stand right behind him as he's haggling with these rugs.
As you do that, he also stands up and turns to face you. In
I'm gonna
fact,
stand
as
up
you
and
move
try to get
towards
in
him,
between the two of them.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as you begin approaching him.
Okay.
You don't sense any malign magic here. There's like no magical effects. I'm just curious.
Wisdom save. Okay. Not nat 20, but a dirty 20.
He seems confused as you approach.
Who did you speak to?
Oh, you know, I haven't been in town that long. Who knows? One of these old men were spouting off their mouths just a few minutes ago. Look, you're asking me questions that are making me awfully nervous, and your tone seems kind of hostile.
What else?
I'm just.
Please let me move the rugs first, then we can handle whatever this is. All right, but important things are happening. Right
All
now.
we need to do is talk about the rugs. Right about now, you're waking up, Rik-Jaxx.
Yeah.
Listen, I
It's about
appreciate
time.
the thought, Mortrick, but a lot of us almost died for these rugs, and I feel like we should put a
Okay,
little
I
bit
can
more
see
thought
you're
into
trying to hassle me for a hard bargain. I'm willing to offer 90.
I'm willing to offer you an explanation.
Okay, what do you want to tell me?
I want to tell you, if you do not tell me who told you, there will be trouble.
Make an intimidation check.
My intimidation is not good, guys. That's still a pretty good roll, though.
He immediately turns and begins darting out of the inn.
I grab.
Like, oh god damn
Okay.
it, Runa!
Let's make an
What
athletics roll.
are you doing?
Me,
I'm gonna chase after.
20, baby! I'm rolling hot!
All right, I just got to roll hotter. You know what they say? Some like it hot, and some like when the heat is on.
It's about time I stopped rolling ones.
Boop, boop, boop.
Oh my god, you're kidding me? Are you kidding me right now?
Rolled
I'm gonna
one higher
chase-
on the die.
I'm
This
gonna
guy,
chase after him and just be like, "What about the rugs?"
this guy perfectly moves. It's almost like he knows exactly what you're going to do. He remains. You had this happen during martial arts training, where your masters wouldn't move more than the exact amount necessary. They'd remain one fingertip length away from you in order to avoid it. This guy doesn't seem that physically skilled, right? Like, this guy's not packing a bunch of muscle. He's not super coordinated, but he's doing this to you, and it's infuriating, and you have no idea how it's happening. There is something supernatural with his ability to avoid you, and he is gone in the crowd.
Of the inn?
Yeah, he's making his way towards the door, and then he disappears behind two people.
Can I?
Stop that man!
I need all of you to make a perception check real quick when you say stop that man.
I think my perception is 5. Oh, now I roll like shit.
Hey, there's my nat 1.
There's my
Oh,
3.
shit. Kazador's got this guy on lock.
I've been watching you.
I'm gonna turn to Runa after the guy gets away and just be like, "I expect you to buy all of the rugs he was going to buy."
Kazador, everyone else loses track of this guy. They go running past him, but you watch as this guy goes from blonde, blue-haired actor. He shifts, and he ends up looking like Rik-Jaxx. Like, exactly like Rik-Jaxx. Height, weight, build, everything about him. Blends into the crowd, and people are like slapping fake Rik-Jaxx on the back and like, "Good work. Haha, rare to see one of your kind on the surface. Let me buy you a drink." And he's like Rik-Jaxx, he's kind of awkward about it, but then he's like, "Okay, I'll take a drink."
Stop that man. He's not Rik-Jaxx.
Make a wisdom save real quick, Kazador.
Roll a d20 plus my wisdom.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think fighters have have
proficiency.
Yeah, I have
wisdom.
proficiency in wisdom saves.
Yeah, me neither.
Let's see here.
As he points, I'm gonna look towards over there. Parkour.
All right. So this person moves behind yet another person as you're watching Kazador, and he shifts once back into his normal form and goes, friends, these adventurers are trying to corner me and steal my rugs from me. Sure, they've done us a great service in this town, but now they're harassing me and accusing me. I don't think we can allow them to do business here. Let's let them stay the night, and then they must leave. And everyone's like nodding their thoughts, and they're like, ah. Paul-Drick has a point. Like, they're...
Sorry, go ahead.
No. I mean, they are all falling convinced by this person.
I'm gonna go up and be like, oh yeah, those are your rugs? Those are your rugs out there?
No, sir.
How many rugs do you have out there?
No, sir. They're your rugs. But your people are trying to shake me down. They're running around chasing me through this inn, accusing me of things, telling me I'm some sort of druid lover. How do I know this information? Blah, 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 blah. You aren't from here, outsiders, so you don't know how we do business. But trying to shake people down in Apple Valley is not appropriate. And people around him are like, that's right, outsiders do tend to cause problems in Apple Valley. These guys have caused all sorts of shit.
Outsiders have also saved your quaint little village.
You're
right.
You're not from here. You're not from Apple Valley, though. You're a shapeshifter.
He's like, I've been here for over a year. What, a shapeshifter? How dare you,
just told
sir?
us you just got into town.
A year ago.
That's not just coming into town.
So, Kazador,
by the way.
Town than you have, I'm assuming.
Kazador, I would like you to make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, man.
This is to convince the townspeople that what your party is saying is the truth and that this guy is full of shit. Now, you're making this against his persuasion check, which is also at advantage.
Yeah. And I have pretty bad persuasion.
Yeah, you're definitely going to almost certainly fail this. Yeah, you get you get crushed. You get
2
crushed.
minus 1, really?
It's so annoying. The whole town is siding with the guy they know over the people who've been here for 3 days and have managed to kill one of their party members. They keep coming back covered in blood. Now they're in some hassle over some rugs. They showed up and won the log throwing competition out of nowhere. You guys are not popular right now.
Like, guys,
Friends. We just killed the druid. Those zombies. You guys, all the hirelings. How? Tell them.
I'm gonna like place my hands on Kazador and like gently push him back and be like, listen, you know what? I think do we know his name? We don't know his name, do we?
Paul-Drick.
Paul-Drick. Like, you know, friends, Paul-Drick perhaps has a good point. We have not spent nearly enough time in your lovely village as we have gallivanted across the countryside. It's been our privilege and honor to do you all, you know, a great service, and we would like to continue to serve you in whatever capacity we can. So tonight, let's forget all of this unpleasantness, enjoy food and drink together, and perhaps tomorrow we can, you know, commence relations anew in a spirit of friendship.
Make a persuasion check.
As he's doing that, can I stealth towards the door?
Yes.
God motherfucking damn it.
Hal, the hireling who stayed with you, comes forward to speak on your behalf with some of the elders of the village. Then comes back, and Hal says, gentlemen, lady, I've enjoyed working with you, but it seems that the people have turned against you. They will allow you to stay tonight, but you must be gone before the sun rises tomorrow.
Allow us. We bled for you, and this is how you repay us.
I agree. And you know, No one here has offered you a reward yet. We barely even have a mayor.
You know,
I'd like you to take this. And he holds up the bag of salt. And I'm willing to give you my share of the 10% of the rug sale.
I say, Hal, you earned it.
I'm going to be like, wait, you think you can still move these rugs?
Oh, yeah.
I
Plenty
say
of people in town would like these rugs. They're beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Take a
And
look
if
at
I
them.
say, if he's such a saint, maybe we'll let the zombies out, and then he can save you.
Whoa. You failed your stealth roll, and you're shouting this from the door, and now everybody in town is like, did you just threaten to murder us? Some people are like, what do you mean, zombies?
I'm going to try and get everyone towards the door and be like,
There are dozens of people in this tavern, and it is starting to devolve into chaos.
my friends and I are going. We've decided to camp out in the lovely countryside tonight. We won't even bother you for a room this evening. Let's just move along, friends. Let's move along. It's been our pleasure. Perhaps we'll see each other again someday.
But we do have to look for the bard.
Halleck, yes.
Yeah. Is Halleck in the tavern?
When you mention Halleck's name, he's suddenly behind you.
Okay.
You called?
Gurney, where'd you come from?
The name's still Halleck.
Oh, okay. So
It seems
about
y'all
that
have been
squirrel-
turning the town against you at a time faster than expected. I mean, I knew Mortrick was a bit of a snake, but
I mean, it's a peculiar talent we have. Now, about this scroll, you let me, I guess, borrow? Have? It was a gift. I kind of felt like you gave it in a spirit of friendship.
you mostly seem to have solved the problem to the town.
Well, you know,
I'll
let's
head back in there and
that.
deal with the zombies, but I believe I owe you one location of a enchanting flute.
Yes.
That sounds great. Have a rug on me.
Well, I'll tell you what. You say you're going to be setting up outside of town. Why don't you head north of town a little bit and get a campsite set up? I'll head in there and deal with the zombies, and then I'll meet up with you tonight.
That sounds like an excellent plan.
You're going to take care of a rent number of zombies by yourself?
Yeah.
He's way more powerful than us.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm way more powerful than you, but I do have a certain advantage.
Competency?
When you say that, there's just an outline of his body where there's smoke. And then the smoke like begins to move through the crowd. And you hear him whisper, "The College of Shadows sends its regards."
Wait, what did he say? The College of
The
Shadows?
College of Shadows. You've heard of this college. It is a highly illegal bard assassin guild. They're like bard ninjas.
I love that guy. We need to get out of here. He could murder the absolute shit out of us.
Again, he did not say he was that strong, just said he was very effective at moving stealthily.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. We wouldn't know he killed us until after we were dead. I think we need to go.
I stopped by the weaponsmith, and I'm kind of like, "Hey, so your card trapped me in a stone. Can I?"
Backison's just like, "Yep."
So, I'm back
How
from
about
war.
that staff? Can I get a second go at that staff? Maybe we can do a second log toss. You know? I don't know.
No, I'm good.
Really? You're not feeling up to it right now?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
You look like you could use some plate mail.
I mean, yeah, I could. Yeah.
Seems like the folks in town haven't really appreciated your efforts in clearing the area out. All I've heard is what some drunk told me while they're passing by, but I don't think there's rightly anyone to reward you.
Druid and 3 badgers.
Well, that's a thing.
I mean, it really is. Yeah, we nearly died.
So if you're willing to spend about 6 hours with me, I can get this suit resized for you. You're about 1.5 feet shorter than what it should be, but
6 hours, that's damn good.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. Yeah, we'll take advantage of that.
Hey, are you looking for like new rugs anytime soon?
Where the hell did you come from? I'll tell you who's looking for new rugs. Guy in town named Paldrick. He's been courting one of the widows. Thinks she's pregnant, and he's planning to buy a house and settle down finally.
Does Paldrick seem like a pretty stand-up guy to you?
I never got a good feeling about him. Kind of seems like you.
Yeah.
Ask him. What does he know about shapeshifters?
What do I know about shapeshifters? Well, once upon a time, you might recall that I formed a party of strong adventurers in order to hunt down a demon and kill it. And we faced a couple of shape-shifting demons along the way, a dragon that turned into a sexy human woman and tried to tempt us and stuff, but none of us were into that weird shit.
You slept with it. Don't even lie. Inside
100%
check.
did not.
Inside check.
Inside check.
Oh, you really didn't, man.
You rolled a 3. You are convinced that he was all up on that dragon lady. You could not be told otherwise.
Like, I gotcha. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I don't understand what you're doing.
Okay, well, just keep an eye on that one, that Paldrick.
Runa's basically just like outside meditating, but inside her blood is just boiling from that conversation in the inn.
Yeah, it's infuriating. Some sort of weird shapeshifter has completely played this town. Just to let you know, Mccomicker, College of Whispers lets you intoxify your weapons, so you can magically poison your weapons, and also cause people who are listening to your words get plunged into paranoia and fear, going insane. And that's just a level 3. Yeah.
That in mind.
Yeah, maybe if you want to join a highly illegal assassins guild down the road,
I mean,
have a few debts, you might have to.
Like, that is the most important question for me, right?
All right, Kazador, you're getting fitted. What about the rest of you?
Meditating.
Are you meditating in this campsite that you guys are picking out just north of camp? Sorry, just north of the town?
Yeah.
So this is at the base of the mountain path that leads up. From this point, you can definitely see the guys who are building like a 2-way log access fort. They're like setting up a little bunker where they can fire arrows out and block wagons from passing through. They're looking at you, looking at them, you're meditating.
And these are the people, they were in the uniforms from inside the mountain?
The Duragar, yes, the Duragar mercenary general. They're wearing his uniforms.
I'm going to ask the blacksmith guy.
Running back to Backuson's, the other side of town.
Oh, right. Right, we're back to...
Doesn't matter. I mean, it only takes a half an hour to get around town. It's not a very big town.
I'm like, hey, you seem like... Well, I guess we all left, didn't we? Are we all back at camp now?
You tell me.
Nah, I'll just be at camp.
You got hours before the sun goes down and Kazador's done getting fitted.
We don't always have to be together. We can.
Well, then I'll hang out with Kazador at Backuson's then.
Backuson fucking hates you, man. He does everything in his power to ignore you.
But like, what do you know about those people north of town? Ooh, that hammer looks heavy. Can I pick
people
it
north
up?
of town?
No, okay.
I don't think you can pick that hammer up.
Meanwhile, I'm watching him. I just like watching him work, studying him.
What do these do?
See if I can pick up any pointers.
How long have you been a
If you touch
forger?
that...
Are you a forger? That seems
Yes.
like not to describe.
Do not touch that. It will cut your hand off. And that's a yo-yo. Rik-Jaxx.
I spend my next 6 hours.
What are you doing, Rik-Jaxx?
I feel like I'm still recovering, so I'll stay at the camp that's north of town.
All right.
How many men are there?
There are 3 men.
Yeah.
They have longbows and what look to be long swords.
How far away are they?
Like half a mile up the side of a mountain, winding mountain path.
Who wants my chainmail?
It's made for you.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's too
Nice try.
Rik-Jaxx could wear it,
Rik-Jaxx could wear it.
but it's heavy
I
armor.
could, but I don't think so. I'll see
Nice.
through my leather armor.
He's a rogue. He's not going to be wearing full plate armor.
So
Or
Rik-Jaxx,
even-
every few minutes, while Runa is meditating, someone comes by with like 3 loaves of bread, or a basket of apples, or another basket of apples, a basket of pears, a basket of apples, some meat, a fish. Like, people are individually coming to your camp to give thanks for what you've done in secret when they think nobody else is looking. It's a steady stream of people sneaking out of town, leaving you guys their good food, and then leaving. You even end up with a nice half keg of apple juice. It's getting to be a lot, though. I mean, like, you've got like 10 days worth of food for the 4 of you just sitting around your campsite. Winslow's like munching down on a bushel of apples, just going to town incredibly slowly.
So is there anyone else with us in camp, or is it just me and Runa?
After a few minutes, Halleck will show up out of smoke. Like, you see him coming in the way that you see like a cloud of smoke coming towards you super oddly. And then he appears with a guitar in his hand. He's got like weird black blood down his pants. And he's just like, well, fellas, I feel like we got that one wrapped up.
You know, so I want to ask him, what do you think about the guys, you know, half a mile up the road building that barricade?
I feel like maybe you're going to have to do something about him. I'm going the other way.
Understood. Okay.
He begins strumming like a Badlands tune, very cowboyish. You know that the song is definitely going to be about someone's girlfriend dying, or a cow getting loose, or just about how the sky is cloudy all day.
Okay, so I think I'm just going to chill out for a while because I'm going to wait for the rest of the party to get here. I'll scout around the camp, just make sure no one's trying to sneak up on camp or anything like that.
So, like, as you're looking around, he's like, so, I don't know how long I have here. How good's your memory?
Pretty bad, probably.
All right, I'll wait for someone else to show up. Is she ever gonna wake up? He points the guitar towards her while still playing it.
At that, I'll probably get up.
Oh, hey. Didn't mean to talk about you like you weren't here, but you kind of weren't breathing very fast.
How can I help?
Well, I just wanted to tell you all your reward. Feel bad not being here to do a jam session with Mortrick, but I need to get back on the trail now that this here has been resolved.
It's probably for the best. At least someone recognizes something that we did.
Well, I actually have something of a, well, we have a shared past, I could say. There are many people throughout the world who work for the Fellowship of Finding. That is to say, the Fellowship of Saint Mercy or Ravanaver. But they don't belong to it like y'all folk. 4 of you are special. My organization has a long history of cooperation in exchange for key information. So you could almost say we're like comrades. All right.
And?
No reaction. There we go. All right. 3 days travel. Left, right, up, down, all sorts of twists and turns to these mountains. You'll find yourself at the port of Pyreswater. It's a nice little river town right on the edge of the Great Sea.
What kind of information are you looking for?
I'm not here to find information from you. I'm delivering it as part of my obligation towards your clearing the town of them their problem. I heard talk of Druid in the tavern. I obviously saw some horrifically bloated zombies, and there was a bear. I ran away from that shit. think it's just gonna die on its own.
The druid is dead.
Well, that's great. I've been suspicious of that fella in town, but I haven't been able to lock anything down on him. You know, that there Puldrick fella. Just a few days around him makes me awfully suspicious. It's almost like he knows what I'm thinking.
Almost.
Well, let me tell you something. 2 weeks travel across the Great Sea, you will find yourself in the wonderful port of Havens. Havens has a small problem. Their Grand Vizier of the local Baron seems to be getting an unusual amount of power.
And we can help how?
Well, he plays a awfully mean flute ditty every night at dinner. And suddenly, over the last month, he's risen in great power from almost losing his job to now he's practically running things.
I see where
Some
you're going.
people say it's because of all the money he's moving around, but as far as I can tell off these rumors, he's moving one person's money to somebody else's. None of it's coming from him.
In this town, do you think it's inviting to adventurers such as ourselves?
Oh, hell no. I think you're going to have a hell of a time. I think this guy might even know that you're coming for his them there flute. Who knows where he's spread informants to? Probably not Apple Valley. It's the middle of fucking nowhere, but Pyre's water almost certainly. Look at these stacks on stacks.
Pyre's water.
Pyre's water, as in like fire water.
Okay. I mean, I know I'm not there, but you know, I'm taking notes anyway.
Yep, got it. So, head to Havens. You'll be able to find that flute that I think that you're looking for, if you're the people I think that you are. Tell Mortrick said I was sorry that couldn't get together and do a jam session. I guess there are some things more important than jamming. Who knows what incredible deed of heroism he's performing right now. Cut to Mortrick acting like a huge shitlord. Cut back to Halleck sadly playing the guitar.
Is it hot in here? Do you feel hot? Do you get hot ever? It seems really warm.
Backison's just like, yes, it gets hot in my forge. Because it's a forge.
Like really hot or like kind of hot? Like
I was
mean,
once burned
really
by the
warm?
infernal flames of a demon, so it's just regular hot.
So like on a scale of like 1 to infernal demon flame, like
Fade cut. Back to Runa.
We appreciate the information.
I appreciate your act of heroism. I'm gonna tell this story down the road.
Please don't.
You sure? I feel like it was almost mentioned in the intro of the last episode that I'm gonna do it, so...
Do you feel our actions to be heroic? Have you
Look.
seen what the town has done? Have you seen the number of deaths we've caused?
Here's the thing. I, as a fellow adventurer and, let's face it, spy, happen to know that sometimes, in order to do good, dead and horrible acts lay in your wake. Many bodies. Many horrible acts. Far as I can tell, you didn't kill that many people when you solved the problem. You saved a lot of folks. Folks who were not willing to listen when you said that the problem wasn't done. You could have run at any time, but y'all risked your lives over and over again. I say that's a true act of heroism. Now, if this town can't recognize that, well, that's a shame, but this ain't going to be the last time you get that kind of welcome as an adventurer. You're a foreigner. Well, your skin just don't match kind of folk around here. Your lifestyle don't match them either. It's kind of a slow place. But I just want to remind you, they would all be dead if it wasn't for you. And me, because I killed them zombies. They might have got out eventually. Look, it's a group effort, right? I'm not trying to take solo credit. Y'all did a lot of work. You didn't see me going in there fighting that there druid or bear or any of the other horrible dead things that were in there. And let me tell you something. You could have warned me about that pit. You know how hard, normally I'd carry a ladder, but why would I think I need a ladder?
Apologies for not divulging that information.
That's fine. I'm just going to get my ladder back in town.
I appreciate your words and bid you a fond farewell.
All right, he gets up and leaves. Several seconds later, Rik-Jaxx, the guy who owns the general store, shows up in his place and is just like, where do you think you're going? What's your name again, Rik-Jaxx?
Yeah.
You owe me 100 gold pieces.
Let me check my character sheet.
You think you could just walk out of town without paying for those climbing kits? You
No.
don't have 100 gold pieces, that's for sure.
I do not have 100 gold pieces, no.
We don't have 100 gold pieces between all of us.
You know what? It's just going to have to be something that I owe you because...
Oh, no. You walk out of here without paying for those things. I'm sending word to Bear and Snarl Horrorblast.
We never used them. If you'd like, you can have them back.
Oh, you can give them back. I'm going to charge you a maintenance fee. Look, I appreciate what y'all have done, but this is a business.
How much is the maintenance fee?
Let's call it 15 gold pieces. I put an awful lot of risk giving you 100 gold pieces worth of equipment, not knowing you'd come back. There's some blood spattered on these things. There's definitely some wound marks on it. Is that a sword hole through one of the bags?
That one was Mortrick's.
Well, look, it's ripped here. Someone clearly tore it with a knife, almost as if to use it for a rag or maybe fix somebody's clothing or something. We cut back to Mortrick. We look at his pants. He's clearly got part of the climbing kit's bag sewn into his pant leg.
Do you sew as well as forge? Like,
no, my daughter does.
Are you like into pottery?
No.
Are you like a weaver? Like, have
No.
you ever knitted?
No.
No.
We cut back to Runa. Rik-Jaxx.
Unfortunately, Mortrick is holding all of our currency.
Well, I'll just wait here then. I'd hate for you to skip time without paying.
As would
Also, I need the other climbing kits back.
We have some food if you'd like to sit for a minute.
Well, sure. What? This is an awful lot of food.
Do I have to go through those Druagar to get to the climbing kits?
No.
Nope.
Outside.
The Durgar are north of us.
So just to be clear, they're not Durgar. They're humans, but they're wearing the
They're just wearing the
Durgar's
same
military
outfits.
outfits.
Yeah.
So they weren't the only ones you've seen wearing those outfits. The goblins weren't wearing much, but you did see other mercenaries that you killed inside.
Mm-hmm. And so I lost track. Where are the climbing kits?
Well, probably each of us has one, right?
Yes.
We each have one, yeah.
All
So
right.
you just gotta wait until we get back.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's like eating this bread that you've offered him, and he's like, "This is so fresh. You get this in town?
Yeah,
Kind of
some
feels
people
like it's
appreciate
tinged
us.
with honey."
You
My
know,
wife-
we do have a surplus of this food. I'd be willing to trade some of this food to pay off some of our debt.
Well, those are some nice rugs.
Oh, indeed, they are.
I'll
Would
tell you
care
what.
for one?
I'll take 5 of those rugs and that basket of honey bread and all my kits back. I'll call that even.
Sounds good.
How many
That's
rugs do we have?
You have 30 rugs.
That's a lot of rugs.
And the other guy was gonna buy them for 75 gold.
90 was
IKEA
his
rug.
last offer before you accused him of being a
Yeah,
shapeshifter.
before he took off. So we don't have a buyer right now. I'm going to say yes. That's a deal. Go for it.
Thanks, Runa.
Mortrick. Kazador.
Yep.
What are you doing with this chain shirt?
I'm gonna hold on to it.
All right. As you're heading back through town, the sun is already set behind the mountain. So there's kind of a twilight effect going on where towards the sun, it's kind of more orangish and blue. And on the other side of the sky, it's kind of purplish. The stars are out. The moon is shining bright. It's dope as shit. The summer air is warm and sweet with the smell of apples. People are outside at night. It's crazy. They're laughing. They're having fun.
I'm gonna subconsciously reach for Kazador's hand.
Kazador, he reaches for your hand.
I slowly back away. And...
Like, oh, I'm sorry. I was with someone else for a moment in my head.
You sure were somewhere else and with somebody else.
You notice Paldrick with a woman clinging to him, laughing. He turns when he sees you and begins approaching you and waves out as if to call to you all, like, hey, guys! The two of them are moving towards you.
I'd be like, oh, are you still interested in those rugs? I believe 95 is what we discussed last.
You know, if you've got all of those rugs still, cut back to... cut back to the guy.
We do have all of them.
I will pay 95 for them. I would do anything for my honey bunny. And he like,
walk this way. Got it, ma'am. I tell you right now, you have never seen a finer selection of rugs in your entire life. We have 30 of the best, the highest quality, the softest fibers, the highest thread count. You would not believe these rugs. They are going to brighten up any home, though I'm sure your home is plenty bright enough as it is, but you will not regret this.
So Kazador,
I don't know why, but I have an urge to buy a rug now.
Yeah. as Mortrick begins selling these rugs to the fiance, Paldrick leans in towards you and says, look, I'm real sorry I interrupted your couples moment. It looked like you guys were having some trouble there. I can appreciate relationships are a lot of work.
I want to welcome you to our camp. I'm happy to show you to our rugs, and I know that they're definitely a fine dwarven quality made rugs.
So while walking side by side with you, his eyes turn milky white, and the skin around his eyes turn blue. He's like showing you temporarily his true form and says, I don't think that'll be necessary. My fiance is going to be there. We wouldn't want any trouble now, would we? Let's just do this deal for the rugs, understand?
Yeah.
I know that you've got money problems and much bigger worries than me.
Well, I understand, yeah. Yeah, because I don't know what he is exactly. I know he's not human, but as far as I don't know if Kazador knows like what a shapeshifter is, but I just know he's a shapeshifter.
You can make an Arcana check to see if you can identify the type of shapeshifter he is.
Okay, because I don't know if that's a demon or if that's like...
Yeah, with like a 12, you'll be able to identify its general type.
Yeah, I've never heard of...
Look, in the Dwarven Undertunnels, at fighter school, they don't really cover like demonology, monstrosities. They don't even cover gelatinous cubes, right? They cover goblins, and goblins. Also Duragar, but mostly goblins.
Right, yeah. I throw my hands up and I'm like, look, I'm happy to get rid of these carpets, these rugs. I mean, this is a full wagon load of rugs. Our donkey is not doing well with them. So, look, I'm happy to wash my hands. We need to get going.
I thought you might say that. And he leans in towards you. I actually have to be going as well. These rugs are a parting gift.
For...
my fiance. I should say ex-fiance. Don't say anything. I want to surprise her.
She doesn't seem ready to be ex yet. Let's see how it is. Okay. Well, what you do is none of my business.
He puts a hand on your full-plated shoulder, and it makes a sound that is not like a hand hitting your shoulder. You see a hand, but you hear a sound that's like the clicking of claws, sharp talons. And he says, "That's right. What I do is none of your business." And he gives you his best play actor smile. Even in the night breeze, his hair swooshes gently.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of even if Kazador doesn't know what he is, he might just make an insight check as to, whether he's going to kill this woman.
Okay, make an insight check.
All right.
No, he's not going to kill this woman.
He's not going to kill this woman.
Yeah,
for you think he might not. It's starting to weigh on your mind. You're like, holy shit, this dude is outplaying my entire party. He's got the whole town turned against us. Who knows what this motherfucker's plan is? And he's confessing everything to me right now, assuming I'll say nothing. This guy is like a fucking legend. His arrogance is off the charts.
Kazador's impressed.
Is he though?
I
thought it was none of your business.
Yeah.
Well, he's impressed with his ability to
bullshit. Yeah.
Bullshit.
You get the idea that if Mortrick spends too much time around this guy, he could evolve.
Well, he's way better. all I know is he's a way better bullshitter than Mortrick.
Yes, he is.
Mortrick revolves into Mordrake. Hurry, press B. Press B.
I'm really a fan of Mortrisar's design, especially when he learns Hyper Beam.
So OP.
This is an interesting looking demon character.
So you all reach the area. There are not 30 rugs. There are 25. But Paldrick happily pays 100 gold pieces for 25 rugs.
Guys, quick, I need to get to a post office. I gotta mail this payment in.
I think there'll be one
big box.
I think there's going to be one 3 days north in.
Just to remind you, you don't need to send the payments every day. You just have to work towards having the money, and there isn't a post office here.
Has Gurney been here yet? Damn it! I hope I didn't miss Gurney.
He's so the whole party's back together, and Paldrick and his wife are like beginning to move these rugs off the wagon.
As they leave them, like, they look really good. I hope they're happy together. I think they're gonna be.
So Paldrick comes up and says, "Well, thank you. I feel like you and your Kazador, if once you work it out."
Oh, well, like, I wouldn't say no, but I guess he hasn't asked. Would I say no? That's a good question.
I just shake my head. I'm walking away. I'm going to talk to Runa and Rik-Jaxx.
The fiance comes over and wraps her arm around you, Mortrick, and like starts patting her back. It's like, there. I hear that dwarves are like this, They show their love by pretending that they don't like you. It's like human children.
Oh, you think he's playing hard to get? I had not.
They call it tsundere.
Tsundere. That's the dwarven term for it?
Yes, it's dwarven.
Tsundere. All right, I have to remember that. I'll be honest. I've made it like further with Kazador than literally anyone else in my whole life at this point. Like,
really?
People don't like me.
Really? A young man like you. I would have felt that the women were lining up to fall into bed with a rugged, handsome adventurer with a silver tongue. Oh. Well, it's not that I mean, maybe before Paldrick I would have slept with you, but...
Well, I mean, how does Paldrick feel about,
Paldrick's just like right here.
We're like, hey, Paldrick.
Hey, she said it first.
Yeah, I mean, the wagon unloading goes pretty well. You end up with 100 gold.
Does he have his own wagon?
No,
we have our own wagon.
They're just unloading the rugs and then like calling people from town to come and help them move the rugs someplace. So he's like having people hold on to the rugs for him since there's no house to put them in yet.
Okay. Runa, what do you think about?
And did we get 100 altogether, or we got 100 per rug?
You got 100 total.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want to remind you, you still have to pay your hirelings 10% of that.
And Hal is still here, right?
I mean, Hal is one of the guys helping to unload the rugs.
Help to move the rugs. All right, and so is it 10% for like them as a group?
Yes.
Okay.
They split 10% of the treasure between them.
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
so I guess we're going through.
Are you paying them 10 gold pieces?
Yeah, and in the process of them like moving stuff, I'm gonna go over to Hal and be like, I appreciate everything you've done today. You hold a torch like a champ. So I'm told. I was unconscious for most of it, but I really appreciate everything you did.
I helped sew your pants.
You did, and it looks
passable.
It looks like these were sewn back together. Yes, that is what it looks like.
You were attacked by badgers, sir.
I was, but funny thing, and I'm gonna cast mending to repair my pants.
Nothing happens because they've already been repaired.
Oh, damn it! You ruined these.
I know. And you're stuck casting that spell for like a minute.
Just take your chin gold. I gotta go. I'll be fine. I really am. You guys.
So you try to do a big reveal, but then you sit there casting mending for a minute and nothing happens.
Just take your rugs and go.
So all of the hirelings are glad that they made an entire month's salary in one night and none of them died. They're excited to never do that again.
Yep. The benefits of adventuring.
Stick with us, guys. Stick with us. If we ever come by here again, you know who to get to.
You know what? Hal will agree to that. Hal says, actually, grandkids all moved out. Son died in the war. Daughter married somebody in Pear Valley. If y'all need a hireling to keep following you, I'll even charge you only 1 gold a day.
All right. I'll hire you, but I'm going to need you to find me a new pair of pants first before we leave.
1 gold a day is a little cheap, don't you think?
No, I think here. Let's. I'm going to talk to the group here. Let's try to hire all of the hirelings.
He just laughs and he's like, "They're not leaving town. You might be able to get one other guy. I don't think there's no way you're going to get all 8 of us again."
All right.
Well, you were really the only good one anyway.
I'm not sure if we can afford,
No, I think let's do a percentage because this is an earn as you go deal. So if you want to tag along, which you're more than welcome, our plan is to, we're adventurers. So we're going to be seeking out evil wherever we go and trying to destroy evil artifacts and whatever else that we're going. I forget.
I mean, mostly we're going to be pillaging though, and there's good money in pillaging.
Yeah, there's good money there.
How about 1 gold a day, 5% of the treasure?
Yeah,
that's an increase.
Mortrick, you going to do this?
Well, it used to be 10% of the treasure.
10% for the whole group.
Right now it's 5%, but it's only him.
But it's only him. All right, I'm going to talk to the group. I'm going to talk to the group away from where Hal.
Right. Hal and the rest of the guys are all unloading the rugs.
Okay. I think coin a day, 5%, not that much. Assuming we pillage.
It should be noted that a normal payment for a day's work would be a silver piece. A gold piece is kind of normal for a hireling, but most hirelings would be half this guy's age and have a weapon and some light armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy can't fight. He can't do squat.
Yeah, but the dude's also 90. The chance he survives until we get back to town, great.
So you're betting on his death.
Yeah, I'm saying
so that we don't have to pay.
We direct deposit his money into the group account. We just keep the books straight, and then he either dies of old age or the dragon got him. Who's to tell?
How old is he?
I don't know, but he looks really old.
I mean, he's easily in excess of 60.
But old strong, I guess.
I wouldn't say he's that strong.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of value in hiring just one guy. He'll be a torchbearer, and that's about it.
So
Yeah, but 2 of us are blind in the dark.
Yeah, I say we keep him. I mean, I would say like maybe like 8 or 5 silver pieces a day. Let's try and go for that.
All right, go for it.
Runa, do you have anything to?
I'm not with you guys. I walked away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Scary.
What was that dwarven word?
Tsundere. I heard, Bearded. I heard, even if the part
Thank you.
Oh.
I didn't hear that.
You go back and you throw this offer at him. Hit me with a persuasion check.
All
All right,
right.
Mortrick.
Yeah, because I've been rolling great all night. Here's another great roll. Oh, hey, that one actually wasn't bad.
What do we got here? 17. He says, oh, okay, I can go with that. Cooking, cleaning, setting up camp,
Yeah,
carrying a torch,
you're like,
moving your stuff
"Al,
around.
It is great to have you on the team.
All right.
And I think that's the last thing that happens.
Here's a red shirt.
Yeah, how is the red shirt? The night fades as the camera cuts to black, and we're back at the campfire with Halleck telling the story of how you solved the shadow over Apple Valley. The next arc will be a transfer arc where you travel north to Pyreswater, then across the Great Sea to Haven. I don't know what genre it'll be yet, but I can't wait to roll it up. I don't feel like there was there was some horror here, and obviously there was like spooky stuff, and this guy's a changeling, by the way, just to let you know. Paudrick, he's a changeling. Their MO is get women pregnant by seeming super handsome, then leave, and then their child turns out to be a changeling. Then everybody, Scarlet Letter's the woman, and the changeling runs off to join Dad. They're super creepy ultra predators.
But she's going to have some really nice rugs for a while.
Oh yeah, and they can read people's thoughts.
All right.
They sound like great guys.
They are horrible.
So we might be back to Apple Valley.
Who knows where this mysterious changeling might show up later?
Yeah.
I hope she never sees Apple Valley again.
Yeah. I mean, look. Is Apple Valley a great place? Some have said yes. Most have said no.
Oh, so if we are coming back next week after this, just over the campfire that night, does Kazador relate to the rest of us what the changeling said to him on the road?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm completely convinced that this guy is more or less on the up and up on what he says, especially because he's probably been manipulated. He rolled so low that if he can manipulate and read minds, he probably convinced him.
You don't know he can read minds.
I'm telling you as players he can read minds.
Yeah. I'm saying I don't know that, but I'm saying that because he rolled so low, he might be sort of playing him right now.
Right.
I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is you get 225 XP.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
If you're not level 2 now,
We are level 2, my dudes.
you should actually be almost halfway to level 3, actually.
What?
Yeah.
What is level 3?
225. Level 3 is 900 XP.
Okay, so we're about halfway there.
I forget where my sheet is.
I'm at 458 XP.
461 is what I have.
So we'll do health point rolls next week. But I'm
To
curious.
225?
Yes, 225. Is anyone taking a second multi-class, or are you just sticking with the class you currently have?
461. I'll probably stick with what I have.
I'm sticking with what I have.
I'm going to stick with what I have.
I'll think about it. I'm not sure exactly how that works. I'll look it up.
Yeah, there's a multi-class section in the player's handbook.
If you want some help with it, Connor, I can help you out.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'll think about it. Yep. All right.
We've made it to the end of the first arc. Mccomicker, thanks for all of the comedic drawings tonight. Little fast jokes about everybody. You spelled tsundere wrong, but you did spell it phonetically, which is pretty interesting to see how it turned out.
How do you spell it?
I sent you an article on Discord explaining how to spell tsundere and what it means.
Ooh.
It's an anime term from Japan that refers to the first tsundere in history is Guinevere for Lancelot.
What?
Let's talk about outros. Congratulations on surviving this so far. It was not easy. And the great news is next week you're going to have a lot more fucking health and you won't go down in 1 or 2 hits.
I'm going to roll a 1.
Unless you roll a 1 on your hit points, in which case you'll still go down in 1 or 2
We'll
hits.
just double roll ones then.
I'm considering doing hit points stars without numbers style, which is at every level you re-roll all of your hit points, and if you end up with more, you take that number. If you have less, you keep your original.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I don't know. We'll see. If you're
I
into
ran
it,
a Starts Without Number game once. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, stars without numbers is dope as hell. Let's do outros. Connor,
Hey,
are you doing the art next week?
that's right.
I don't know if we're doing the same rotation. Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't even think about that. You guys want to re-roll it up or do the same lineup that we've been doing?
I'm open to either.
Same one.
Whatever you guys want.
All right. Yeah. Same
I
one
mean,
sounds
because
good.
then we're going to end up in an uncomfortable situation where PlanetKhaos has to do it 2 weeks in a row, and I think the anxiety will get to him.
I have to kill myself.
I thought he was doing 3 weeks in a row.
I mean, he's just a permanent artist now, right?
Thanks. Oh man, I'm practicing. I'm trying.
He's the art slave for the stream.
Goodness. Do we pay him 1 gold every week?
Five
5%.
silver.
5 silver.
Look, if you guys want to see my example of art, you can head on my Discord and go to the BattleTech chat. Just without much scrolling up, you can see the logo idea I sent to Ratasaurus and what he ended up making it look like. That's my art.
Yeah, I gotta go check this out.
It's literally just an MS Paint drawing using the line tool.
Nice.
That is the maximum level that I could do.
That's pretty sweet. Looks pretty good.
I mean, Rad's final work looks great compared to what I started with.
Wait, how far up are we scrolling?
Not
It's
very.
literally
It should
like
literally
5
be
up.
the first thing you see.
It says Time of Total Warfare.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know
what.
why you went with that second one. That first one is just...
Connor, when you're not here, where are you and what are you doing?
I'm working on my comics at home. So I'm doing
Are
Sexy
you, though?
fireman pinups.
Back out shoveling driveways for other people.
well that too, but yeah, we're working on actually the trade stuff for the trade as well as wallpapers for Kickstarter 4. That's what I've been doing lately. I'm actually gonna get back doing that live soon. I keep on saying that, but I will actually back that up with action soon. So that's the goal. That's the goal right now. Yeah, and that's basically what I've been up to. I actually got some drawings done tonight that I'll post up on the Discord, share with you guys.
Excellent.
Yeah, so you can hit me up at twitch.tv/conorhughes, and also CNRHughes at Instagram and conorhughes at Twitter. I mean, I am open for commissions at some point. So yeah. And thanks for
Connor.
watching the show.
I sent you a thing on Discord asking if you want to do some bestiary commission for me. I never heard anything back.
I did get back to you.
Did we get back to me?
Yeah.
Let me look at this.
Can I
Who's in the
commission
wrong
you to
here?
shovel my driveway car?
Am I the asshole?
I mean, it's a very rare.
The conversation died out. Let's pick it back up tomorrow.
Let's
Okay.
call it a
Yeah.
draw. Let's call it a draw.
We'll call it a draw.
Sure.
All right. Well, if you guys want to look up all my stuff, I'm at beardedjalapno at your Twitters and your Instagrams and your Twitch. Been trying to get back into streaming, so you can check me out there. I'm also open for commissions if any of you guys want some D&D monsters, character creation type of stuff. But yeah, just message me on any of those platforms. We could talk about what it is you want done.
Excellent. PlanetKhaos.
All right, I'll go. So I'm PlanetKhaos on Twitch, PlanetKhaos with a K. On Instagram, it's PlanetKhaos_art. Same deal. I draw D&D monsters, D&D characters, fantasy stuff like that. If you want any characters drawn by me, stop on by, say hi on Twitch, and we can go from there.
Yeah.
Mccomicker. Let's hear about you.
Oh, I am here. I'll spell it out. I'm Mccomicker on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. I am also working on a comic, which is a Sleepy Hollow Lovecraft mashup kind of thing right now. And I'm, unlike some people, I'm on Twitch almost every day. Although I say that, and immediately I think I won't be on tomorrow because
But he is on pretty regularly. I'll give him that.
Yeah, but I am on semi-regularly.
90% of the time, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sweet deal. Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone here on the stream has a great, Twitch channel. All of us. I mean, excluding myself, everyone else,
especially me.
And if you like art, it's the place to be.
Check us out.
Yep.
Word. That's it. We'll be back next week then.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
And thank you, Art.
Thank you for doing this.
Have a good night.
Bye, everybody.